No wicked god. No wicked demon. No demon of the sea. No demon of the marsh. No demon of the desert. No demon of the mountain. May see us here.
Second class cinema. Wanna be together. Second class cinema.
Welcome to the first episode of Second Class Cinema. Today we watch Back from Hell. I'm Tom. I'm here with Dennis, Eric, and Brittany. What the hell did we think this movie was about?
Back from Hell is a harrowing tale
It's a masterpiece.
of two estranged best friends who take very different paths in life.
Mm-hmm.
One becomes a priest, the other becomes a famous Hollywood actor. Bullshit. And
He's so sexy, though.
they are brought together late in life when the actor sells his soul to the devil. So they need to team up and combat this and save his soul.
You don't know he sold his soul to the devil until like the last 10 minutes.
No,
reveals
he
it in the
admits it.
opening.
Like that's like
He
the
does?
first thing he
Yeah,
says.
it's pretty
Yeah.
early on. It's right around the no thank you part.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, Eric, what do you think this movie was about?
I think she nailed it. The movie stars Agni Baridan is wearing sweats the entire movie, so that's kind of a problem. But I think we nailed it. I mean, we've watched
So
this movie a number of
Hollywood.
times, so we have a pretty good grasp on the plot.
Yes. This is not the first time we've seen this
Yes.
movie.
I think you have to at least watch it 3 times before you fully can understand what it's about.
I think this
it's
was my
very-
third. This was
Your
my
third?
third go through. Yeah, about that.
What's the understanding? What's the?
See, well, I thought that demons were just coming after the guy. You've got movie star sweatpants.
Yeah.
And he, gives a story about how demons are possessing people to come after him. And he's holed up in a gravel mill. and
Mill in
yeah,
that
his-
gravel.
I love that. Yeah, and his priest friend comes.
His buddy old priest, old pal.
Buddy old priest old pal. He says, "Hey, I got demons on my back. Come and help."
He actually at one point says, "I've got some bodies in the basement. Do you want to see them?"
And the priest just joyfully says, "No, thank you."
No, thank you.
As if he offered him like a Reese's cup and he's on a diet.
Polite as pie.
Yeah, this is a religious man as well. Not ideal. All right, so after that, what goes in? The cops show up, right?
Yes, the
Cops
cops
show up.
For some unknown reason, the cops have tailed this guy to his gravel pit.
Well, I
They
feel
just-
like
they
for a
just-
duration of the beginning of the movie, it's hard to follow that these people are supposed to be demons who are attacking him. And it just kind of seems like for the first 15 minutes, he's just murdering people
just
for
a
no
crazy
reason
man.
at all.
Yeah,
Or he's being harassed by bums.
that too. I mean,
Yes.
that happens frequently.
Or a
actually.
guy from Ace Hardware with a hatchet.
Well,
It's true.
Well, they
That
probably
guy
think
has a
he's a
bad
bum.
temper.
Yeah, he escalated very, very quickly. So after that, let's keep going. The bodies. We eventually see them in the basement.
We do.
Oh, yeah, there's several of them.
They are brought to life by a demon summoning spell.
Well, he kills the cops that you mentioned, bring them down
that's
to the
right,
body
yeah.
basement.
We're skipping ahead
We
a
have
little bit. We're
horrible
missing out on
chronology
the.
right now.
Well, no, the
No.
chronology's there for sure.
Yeah, you
Sort
mentioned
of.
the cops.
Well, yeah, the cops and the whole torture sequence and the
Oh,
news
we
making
missed
tutorial.
the torture sequence.
Yeah.
The fork torture.
That's true. We did.
You
We
got
did
about what?
graze over.
4 forks.
I was going to say 6 or 7.
Yeah,
felt like it went on forever.
It felt like it went on forever.
Definitely like 8, 9, 10.
So one of the cops gets killed by Sweatpants, and his backup shows up, notices that his friend is dead, and decides to tie up Sweatpants and begins inserting forks into his arm. Not before retailing, what food he has on the table, because I think that guy was just from craft services. He's like, yeah, no, we got like this. Oh wow, we got this chunky noodle soup. Well, where's the silverware? You guys want to eat? We got silverware over here. And he finds like 17 forks out of nowhere and just like starts sticking them to this guy's arm. It's actually not a bad effect. I'll say that much.
Some of it was well done. A lot of this movie was let down by the editing. I
Yes.
mean, they
Oh,
could
yeah.
have easily edited around some of the faults in production, but they didn't.
No.
There were
And they, like it's been mentioned many times when we've watched it, they definitely shot everything once. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
just rolled with whatever they got first take.
One take, didn't matter. Go with it. We got to roll.
Yeah.
There is one point where Father Aaron is speaking to his Johnny Sweatpants Hollywood friend, and a fly just buzzes in his face like plain as day, and he just swats it away, and they leave it in. Why?
Nobody has enough
Purposeless.
sense to go, let's try that again. No.
Yeah.
First
Or just
take,
leave it out because it's just a shot of him listening. I'm pretty sure.
They used every single shot they got. Every single one. You want to know why? Because they
Not
doubled.
a frame to spare.
No, they doubled up some shots. I noticed that they would just cut away, and then like 10 seconds later, they cut away to like the same shot. I'm like, that felt the same. It was the exact same thing. How could you not know that happened? It's because they didn't have enough.
let's talk about the best scene when he gets to the body basement.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
He brings the dead cop down there to the rest of the bodies, and he summons the devil into the cop's body.
Yeah.
Summons Louis Armstrong.
He
I think.
evokes,
Oh, that's yeah.
he evokes
was.
Louis Armstrong.
Officer Craft Service turns into Lucifer Armstrong.
Wonderful devil.
So this scene goes on for about 10 minutes.
Oh,
of,
it goes on for fucking agony.
I-
It's just a lifetime of film.
of this corpse possessed by the devil who talks like Louis Armstrong, and he's just got like strawberry syrup like flowing from his forehead.
It's just.
I feel bad for the actor because I feel like they filled his mouth with like fake blood every
constantly.
time before every line, and then it would just ooze out, but like so unconvincingly. Like he would just spit it out and then just continue talking.
And smile.
Oh, can we talk about that ball and gun wound he had in his head too?
Because
Just like a
Yeah,
smear on his
he-
forehead.
He covered that.
I hate when I get a gun
smear of
smudge
jelly.
wound. It really was a smear of jelly.
He had
Like-
a little sandwich, and he got a little messy.
That's what's unfortunate is some of the special effects in this movie are good, and then for
And
that
some of
one,
them are bad.
They couldn't be bothered to put like a little like black makeup spot on his forehead.
Full schmutz.
Yeah,
Didn't
It was
even
just
do
like
it.
A smeary.
A shtickle of schmutz would
Yeah,
have
just a stickle of
handled it.
None of us are Jewish.
Just so we all can be clear. Doing all right, Louis? So after this, one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie happens, where our main character, Jackie Sweatpants, is...
Johnny.
Well, his name is Jack.
It's true.
It is. I
Yeah.
thought it was Mike.
No, it's Jack. Where did you get Mike from? There's no one named Mike in this movie.
It's Father Aaron and Jackie Hollywood.
Who's Father Aaron?
Father...
Father Aaron is the
Oh, yeah.
priest,
The only priest in the movie.
and he might be a dad. We don't know.
I don't know. Very well couldn't have.
We'll have to find out of the expanded universe novels.
Those exist, right?
Yeah,
I fucking hope.
I have all 12 of them.
They already do. All right.
Your favorite scene? What was it?
Oh, yeah. Leading up to one of my favorite parts is when he starts to read this fucking stupid passage from it.
The spell.
The spell to like kill all the dead that just started to rise from the basement.
They do a little conga line around the room.
Yeah. Hey. And
Night
he's
of
just,
the Living Basement.
it's they just relentlessly say it over and over until it's like, oh my god, he's still saying it.
It's a good 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
No demon of the marsh.
No work of God. No work of Damon.
Yeah, doesn't he flub a couple of lines like?
Yeah, I swear to God, one time he says no work of Damon.
You know what I bet? I bet he was reading something and demon was spelt Daemon.
Oh,
And
I
he
never
wa-
thought about that.
they were like, it's demon. Don't worry about it. Just say demon. And then he like read it and he was like, no work of Damon. Like just like the redneck that he probably is.
It
Right,
was,
I think
it was filmed in Michigan, and that's
I think so.
Yeah.
That's close to a Michigan
I guess
accent.
that's not
the-
redneck.
The really long A's.
Nice Midwesterner accent. Yeah.
When-
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm offending anyone with this redneck
Very hurt.
terminology.
Oh yeah. All of our listeners are pissed.
What listeners?
All none of them.
All 4 of them in this room.
I'm
pissed.
very offended by what I just said.
So moving on, gentlemen and lady, what happens next? What happens after all these dropped dead people drop dead?
Well, eventually they're going to move out and find the demon that he originally made a pact with.
Ah,
in
that's
order
right.
to settle the debts.
Guys, we're moving into spoiler territory. I don't know if we want to go over this.
Listen, you've had 20 years to see Back from Hell. If you don't like it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
and then Meatloaf
1993.
makes a cameo.
Oh yeah, that's like yeah, they go to someone's aunt's house, right?
I think so. I'm not 100%
It's
positive.
somebody's aunt's house, and there's some dude in there, and he looks exactly like Meatloaf / John Belushi, or is it Jim? No, it was John.
Yes, John.
Yeah, it looked like John Belushi. And,
Yeah.
And he's probably the best actor in the movie, which isn't saying a whole lot, but he's pretty convincing for what he's supposed to be doing.
I totally agree.
Which is pretty bad because that means the lead actors have almost no charisma whatsoever.
Well,
Certain
Jackie Hollywood was like getting hung by that police officer. And he just
That's
had,
right.
like, he
That's right.
literally
The
had
news
the
tutorial.
most serene, just calm look on his face. Like he was just watching TV in a daze.
Someone's lifting him up like a kitty, right from the back of the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like a kitty.
Not strong in the
Hey, Jackie
acting.
Howell, just take a couple of Vicodins.
Can we
We'll
talk
shoot this scene.
about, can we talk about my favorite effect though?
Oh, which is
In John Belushi's house, we get the book hand.
Yes.
oh yeah,
Easily
yeah.
the best part of the movie. I
The
agree.
Blood Bible.
After the news tutorial, we jump to Aunt's house. A lot of stuff happens there that's irrelevant. John Belushi shows up, and now we have a Bible with a cool hand effect in it.
You get a neat little Evil Dead-esque scene where a demon hand pops out of the Bible and grabs old Father Aaron by the balls.
Oh.
Quite literally.
No, it really does. It's a very long, laborious scene, like most scenes.
I don't think it's laborious.
It's a tad laborious.
It goes along a little longer than I think it needs to. But,
Yeah.
I mean, they were showing off the best effect they had, and it wasn't that complicated of an effect, but I thought it worked for what they were working with. They didn't try to
definitely
extend
did.
what they were trying to do.
I give them credit. It worked out well. And you know what I actually noticed? So I've seen this movie a lot. I've seen this movie
You.
tens and 20s
Oh, Jesus.
probably of times. And this is the first time I noticed that the hand that came out of the book was the same hand of the devil who we signed the contract with at that table when the image went as a negative.
Yeah, that's
When they used that effect, I noticed that was the same hand. I was like, oh, shit.
Well, I think that's. I mean, not to jump forward either. I think one of the biggest issues with this movie is that it doesn't really set a clear antagonist until near the end of the movie.
That's true.
And then the antagonist just kind of runs away. Like, there's no real. There's no climax at all.
They flip
Like-
to negative to let you know that you're in a demon dimension because that's how you can tell. And then he
we can
signs a
tell.
contract with the devil, and then and the movie just ends.
well, no,
It's
well,
like,
I mean,
wait, wasn't this
I
what he
mean-
did before the movie? Wasn't this like the prologue?
Okay, well, I
let's back up slightly.
yeah, let's
back
go
up
back to John Belushi's house.
Let's go all the way back to
Let's
Auntie
go all
John
the way back to
Belushi.
the
Jeez, there's
noose
still another 50
instructional.
minutes left of John Belushi's
Okay.
house.
'Cause I
Yeah.
don't think we went over the noose
No,
instructional.
the news tutorial. I mean, if you are in the market for finding out how to tie a noose, this movie is what you need to see.
Yes.
there is just a perfect exemplar of how to do this, like knot for knot, and you know how. I'm pretty impressed. This should be on YouTube. Maybe I'll put it up there later.
Yeah.
So we're all the way back at the aunt's house, right? Is that
Yes.
so? We passed the news tutorial, back at the aunt's, and we were talking about the whether or not he was the one who signed that deal. He had done that in the beginning. He signed a new one later.
Yes.
I think so. It was 2 deals he signed
Right.
with the devil.
Because we determined it was because of the wardrobe continuity. So we can go over that.
yes, we'll go that later. Yeah, when we get to that. But I mean,
Blood Bible.
Blood Bible, and then they find in the backyard of someone's house a bunch of weapons. Right? Is that where we jump to?
They
I
find a
think they
cache.
jump in the car. And
Oh,
they,
the car.
Do they go in the car?
I believe they did.
I
don't
think they
even
card.
remember if they drive or walk or whatever, but yeah.
Oh,
A hidden
I'm-
cache of weapons
I
that's
don't-
not hidden.
I don't mean to cut in, but for some reason, this movie has tons of irrelevant, like establishing shots of cars and trains
Oh yeah,
that
train
have
tracks.
no connection to anything that's going on in the movie. They're just minute-long shots of cars and trains padding out the film.
They had to show time passing.
I mean,
not.
they don't have to. They can do that with a long dissolve. I get it. Time passed.
It made sense to me, okay? I could see their vision.
Oh my god. Well, if you trimmed all the fat from this movie,
It'd probably be an hour long.
oh, it'd be less than an hour.
It's barely an hour now.
It's just over an hour. It's like it's like just over an hour 15.
Yeah.
Which is actually a really good length if you're gonna watch something like that. I mean,
Definitely.
it could be a little shorter, but albeit it was fine. So yeah, they find this plethora of weapons in the backyard, right?
It's true. Everything from throwing stars to meat cleavers to chainsaws.
Oh yeah.
Everything that you can find at a flea market in 1993.
I mean, this movie, I feel like it's the mentality of like when you were playing outside as a kid and what you imagined would be happening in these moments. Maybe like what you felt like it could happen.
No, I found the chainsaw.
It's like, oh, dude, I killed like 5 ninjas. How many did you kill?
I only got 3, but I used my ninja stars.
Oh, yeah, and I got to somersault away and I threw one. I hit him right in the eye.
So then they're trying to be super stealthy and go kill these demon
Ninjas?
Ninjas? I don't know.
Yeah.
They're cult members of some kind.
Unclear.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Then one of them might be a ninja. He's doing like sweet like side tricks. You know.
It's to be determined, but they're trying to be
Ninja status
stealthy,
TBD.
and the guy grabs a chainsaw, and it had the wrong gas in it, I think, because it just made so much smoke.
It was bellowing like blue smoke.
It turned the scene into a foggy, like, evening scene.
Added a mood.
Yeah.
And I think the actor was taken aback by it. He looked like he didn't want to be anywhere near that chainsaw.
Yeah, everywhere he walked, there was just this giant smoke trail behind him. And he's just like, he couldn't breathe, and you can tell, but he's trying to look cool anyway.
So stealthy.
Yeah, very unfortunate. But I mean, he cut someone's arm off with it, which was,
Excellent.
pretty cool.
Not a bad
I'll say.
effect.
I mean, there's. Oh yeah, you know what we forgot to mention too? That we should have mentioned when we were talking about the beginning of the movie is, and the cops dying, the blood on the loafers. The blood on the white loafers.
His beautiful, bright,
Perfect
white loafers.
white loafers covered in blood.
Completely ruined.
And there's a theme through this movie where he basically gets squirted with blood for the entire hour 15.
Yeah. The two main characters are just constantly getting squirted from off screen directly into their stupid faces. And they look so annoyed.
Oh, so annoyed. They're just waiting for it.
But the blood continuity is terrible because he'll have like blood covered sweatshirt 1 second and then a completely white sweatshirt. He's decked head to toe in white, by the way. His white sweatshirt will just be spotless except for like a little smudge on the shoulder. And then it'll be covered in blood again. It's so terrible. Oh, it's so bad.
I'd say the general continuity wasn't good. Just, I think, just chalk it up to a fail on the continuity.
Like even the white balance has no continuity. Like you.
Oh
pointed
my
out,
God,
like-
that's right. There was the alley scene outside. You can clearly tell it was getting darker and darker as they were shooting, and it must have been the white balance on their camera, or I mean, I couldn't even tell. It felt like a VHS old camera. I don't even know if they had a fucking white balance. I don't know if it was the wrong film stock. Either way, it was off.
all over the place.
And
it
it
was
was
a rainbow of white balance.
Yeah, it was like really blue in one shot. Cut to the next shot, it was like orange. It's just terrible.
The one color they didn't manage was white.
Very true. Very true. So how does this movie end? Let's just get to the end right now.
Oh, well, that's the big reveal. He's Father Blackenstein is on the bridge.
Father Blackenstein.
I can't remember his name.
Aaron.
Father Aaron. He finds a brush shotgun
That's right, just like a
Well-
video game.
just in time to attack to thwart off an attacking cultist,
Demon Ninja.
demon ninja, and he says the best line of the movie. Anyone? All right, I'll say it.
I thought you were going to say it.
Well,
You can have
I
all the pleasure.
also thought we were gonna.
Oh yeah, we need to discuss where he signs a new contract, right?
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
that
we got there. He signed the new contract,
happens.
and then back to what the hell's going on. Father Aaron is leaving, right?
That happens.
It's the end of the movie. He's out of the dark. He doesn't see Jackie anymore. He's walking away on a bridge, right, over some
Oh,
water.
yep,
he's
he's on a
looking
bridge.
looking over a rushing mud river.
Chocolate milk river.
Yep.
You
was a
skipped
delicious
the part where he
little
got shot in the chest.
Who?
How do you guys
Oh,
remember
no,
this?
no. I mean, we haven't even got there yet. We haven't even done the line.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Said he was walking away.
no, yeah, exactly. From what he thinks is over, right? And then
that
as he's
cultist.
and the cultist comes.
Yep. Cultist.
And they fight each other, and he gets cut in the arm, and then they find the shotgun in the bush, and then Father Aaron comes out with the Emmy Award-winning line,
You could tell Satan, "Kiss my black ass."
and then he shoots the demon ninja right in the chest. He goes over to the demon ninja. He unmasks the demon ninja, and underneath the demon ninja mask, we see
Spoilers.
Jackie Hollywood. Spoilers. His best friend from 20 years in the past. They've been fighting all these dead people. You know what? I think the contract he signed was truly giving away his soul.
I think he went back to hell.
Ooh. And then you know what? He said? He's on the corner of the bridge, right? He's got blood in his mouth, and then Father Aaron's all upset that it's Jack, and then Jack he's looking up at him, and he just goes, "Thank God."
And then Father Aaron just pushes him off the bridge
He just pushes him in the river.
into some muddy ass water, and he floats away.
The end.
fucking
Actually, the movie's left wide open for a sequel
It really
It's
is.
true.
that we're gonna make.
Yeah, no, I would think we've all agreed to this. We're gonna make this over a weekend. We're gonna have a blast. We'll be drunk the entire time.
Actually, we already remade it.
Oh, really?
It was that easy. Yeah.
Was just us talking about it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's the dialogue. We're gonna get most of it in.
We got the important lines anyway.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I have one that we didn't get.
Oh, yeah.
You know what we're talking about now, you shit for fuck?
Oh yeah, some great dialogue in this movie. Shit for fuck. Oh, the other line where he goes, "Shut up!" One of the cops goes, "Shut up, you crucifix clutching queer."
Yeah,
and
yeah,
because
that's
can't even remember his line.
Before I send
Yeah.
you straight to heaven.
Yeah, before I blast your ass straight to heaven or something
Yeah. Oh.
stupid. Yeah,
It's amazing. It's
Complete
awesome.
failure of delivery.
yeah. It was a good line though.
Yeah, well written for what it was,
Yeah, and
but just not delivered at all.
there was no delivery in this movie, but I would say, whilst watching the movie, I feel like if I were to just read the script and that's all, that it actually would probably be kind of cool.
Yeah,
It's
no, I
not a
agree.
bad story.
No, it has.
Once you understand it,
it has heart. I mean, it's terrible, but it has heart.
I mean, there's a reason I've
And-
seen it over 20 times.
Yeah, it makes it really enjoyable to watch.
Right. If Sam Raimi directed this movie, you wouldn't blink an eye at it. Well, you might, but
And it's always
I
great.
think you'd blink several times.
Yeah. So, I mean, what are some of the other redeemable qualities of this movie? I mean, we already talked about some of the special effects being kind of cool. Maybe it's a pretty cool story. Anything else that they maybe have done right?
Not the acting.
yeah, that was the biggest letdown.
Well, I mean, it's a no-budget movie. Let's be very clear here.
Definitely.
No-budget movie.
They got a lot of extras.
They got a pizza guy to show up.
Question mark?
People did make it.
It was made by humans. I agree.
What year
This
did
is-
this come out?
The year is 1993.
Wow.
And I'm assuming it took a while to make it to made.
It was shot in like 91.
I was
the
going to say,
latest.
yeah, like 90. I mean,
Well, let's date it based on the acid wash jeans in the flashback.
yeah, I definitely. Footage was captured in the 90s.
Yeah.
At the fucking earliest points.
Yes.
So that much we can agree on.
We were still getting off the 80s. New wave was on its way out.
I
MC
still get off
Hammer
the
was
80s.
ready to hit the waves.
It's true. This movie prepped us all for MC Hammer.
Because I would not touch this movie.
Oh, end it right there. That's it.
Over. Just kidding.
Can't touch this. Boom, 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 boom.
Super freak. Wait, sorry.
Wait a minute.
We just blew this wide open.
So we got redeemable qualities. We have, we kind of went over what risks they may have taken for the most part. I mean, right?
They did a shoestring horror movie. I mean, that's kind of
Yeah.
a risk in itself, you know?
Yeah,
You can't really do a whole lot without a budget in that kind of scenario.
Yeah, well, I mean, and they managed to do something.
Yeah, and the set pieces were pretty good. I thought the sets were
That's
well
right.
picked. They knew what they were working with, so you got a dingy attic, you got a shitty house, you got like a nice sprawling outdoor woodsy area. I thought it all worked out pretty well.
Yeah, and I also do, as bad as it is, appreciate the theme music to the movie.
Oh, we
yeah,
never talked about that.
Yeah, the music is great.
Yeah, and they use the same track the whole motherfucking time.
Yep.
And it's okay.
And that's
It's
fine, because I know that when I hear that music, that we're gonna see possessed demon ninjas things. Like bad things happen when the music comes on, so it was effective in that.
Yeah.
It was all composed by the director too, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh, good for him.
And Jack
Matt
of all
Jasel.
trades.
Yeah,
Matt of all trades.
Jack of all Hollywoods.
You certainly know John Carpenter, but the music worked.
Yeah, exactly, right.
We had Bim Diddley too.
Oh, Bim Diddle.
Bim
Oh.
Diddle.
Yeah, with Bim Diddle.
Bim Diddle.
Special guest star or something, or maybe he was in the thing. I don't
Also
remember.
starring.
Oh, he was in the also starring section. Thank you very
Bim
much.
Diddle.
He was probably the pizza delivery man that
Good
took a
old
bite out of
Bim.
that guy's leg.
Good old Bimmy Diddle.
Let's rank the movie on the fuck meter here.
All right.
So, what are we thinking? Let's go around the horn, Brittany.
I will give Back from Hell a fuck yeah. Just because I've seen it 100 times, it always makes me laugh. It always makes me laugh, and I get laughs at its expense as well. So that's
Double the pleasure, double
Yeah.
the fun. Double mint gum. Eric.
Yeah, definitely give it a fuck yeah. It's pretty enjoyable all the way through. For a movie you would expect to drag, we have fun when we watch it. I've seen it 3 or 4 times now, and I have fun every single time. So that's really all you can ask for in a movie like this.
Totally agree. Dennis?
I'm going to middle of the road with this one. I'm giving it a fuck off.
Ooh.
Fuck off.
Fuck
Stop wasting
off.
my time.
Yeah?
Third time I've watched this pile of shit and it's still not getting any better.
Yeah.
I can't believe you.
at
Me.
least you kind of understood it this time.
Yeah, I understood a little bit more.
You were like, wait, they go outside? I thought the whole thing took place in this dingy
I
mill
really
attic.
did, but with the guy possessed in the basement, I thought that was it. I thought he says some stuff, they kill him, and I forgot that entire
He eats some jelly, and then the movie's
yeah,
over.
the jelly in his head, the end.
I think every time we've watched this movie, you've walked out at that point.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
He was
yeah.
like, fuck you guys, I'm going home.
It's always like 12 at night, so I have that window of, just fucking go home.
Yeah, it's a pretty late feature. So we got 2 fuck yeahs, a fuck off, and obviously with my tenure with this movie, I'm going to have to say fuck yeah.
While I love it, I can understand why someone would rather sleep than watch this movie.
I completely understand. I've cornered a lot of people and have made them watch this movie.
You know, I would also say I would.
You have to corner them.
Oh, we made his
I made my
his like
cousin.
11-year-old cousin watch it. No, how old was she
she
at
was
the
like
time?
14.
14 at the time, yeah. And Mike's little brother, who's like 12.
Yeah, he was probably 13.
We made them watch it when we went up to the house in Maine.
Yeah, we were all
and
at the house.
I think we scarred them for life in the worst
You know
possible
what?
way.
That kind of movie is totally up a 12-year-old boy's alley. Maybe not today,
Even
but
they were like, "What the fuck
They were
is
good.
happening?"
They were good sports about it. They watched the whole thing, and they watched it. They were sitting there watching the TV. They weren't
Yeah.
like doing something else. So to the movie's credit,
Did you preface it with like this is going to be terrible?
yes,
Or- okay.
yes, we're like, this is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so much fun. It's so bad.
It's kind of like I saw Riccio when I was 12 for the first time, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, did you?
Theo is awesome.
Yes, I think I was like 12 or 13 when I saw Riccio.
Oh man, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Really?
We'll have
I got a low pitch for
We'll
that.
have to put on slate for another night.
Yeah, we can do that movie.
Yeah, you'll like Riccio. Trust me.
That's a fun one.
Is it
It's OTT.
second class cinema?
Whoa!
Is it?
Boo.
Yeah, I mean it's
I was genuinely asking.
no for real, guys. Is it really? No, I would say it's definitely a B.
Yeah, it's a B movie.
It's a B movie.
Very campy
next,
super campy.
Next time.
and like
Yeah.
over the top gory, but
Yeah.
that's what makes it amazing. Like comically gory.
It's a live action adaptation of like a super violent manga, I think. Yeah, it's ridiculous bad. So
Riccio, is that the story of
Sold.
Ricky?
Yeah, the story of
yeah,
Ricky.
the story of Ricky O
Okay.
or Ricky Ho, depending on what character you ask.
Depending on how American you are.
It's Ricky
American
O.
is apple pie.
It's Ricky Lake.
It's Ricky Dash O.
Ricky Martin.
The story of Ricky Martin. You should name his documentary, Ricky.
Yo, after the game,
That
let's go
would be
watch the story of Ricky Martin.
Olay.
Fucking story of Ricky Martin.
Ricky Olay.
Sorry, it's Ricky Murphy.
Ricky
over here.
Frito Lay.
Hey.
Borderlining on racist now. Let's shut that. Let's shut that right down.
If you say it all in a Boston accent, it's not racist.
Yeah, that was really.
Because we're pretending we're other Boston people.
Thank God there's a way around that.
All is well. Just do it in a silly voice. You got it. So are we done talking about Back from Hell? Is this all we have?
This movie.
You gave it a fuck off.
No, change it to a fuck you.
No!
You can't do that. You put your vote in. You can't.
The longer we talk about it, the more he hates it.
Oh my god. So real quick on the fuck meter. So when you like a movie a lot, it's a fuck yeah. When you think it's, whatever, you
Get
can
out
give
of
it
my
a take
face.
it. Yeah, it's a get out of my face. It's a fuck off. When the movie's terrible and it's really awful, it's fuck you, and then there's a million layers in between. But those are the general terms for
Any
grading a
fucking
movie.
rating you want to give it is
Yeah.
pretty much fine.
Give all the fucks you can, because we can't give any more.
As few
There
or
it
as
is.
little as you'd like.
Because it's there. So this has been the first episode of Second Class Cinema, the show where we watch a B movie and then we talk about it. I'm Tom. This is Brittany, Eric, and Dennis, and we'll catch you next time.
Later.
Tell Satan I said, kiss my black ass.
Second class